FDA has now authorized 2 new over-the-counter at-home COVID-19 tests.
The White House COVID response team meeting about the effectiveness of those antigen tests today. Our D.C. Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy live in D.C. with this part of our team coverage. Ben.
Geo Eden, Dr. Anthony Fauci says if you, your friends, family got the vaccine and the booster, no need to change your plans. You can safely gather for the new year in small groups and advises against large gatherings. The Food and Drug Administration approved 2 new COVID at-home tests Wednesday, days after they cautioned antigen tests may have reduced sensitivity detecting Omicron.
The tests are still worthwhile. Don't let anybody think that the FDA was saying the tests are no longer good. They say they're less sensitive now. They never were 100% sensitive.
Dr. Fauci joined the White House COVID-19 response phone briefing Wednesday amid a surge of coronavirus cases. Infections in Florida, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. have tripled in the past week alone.
There are areas of this country that have 20% Omicron. There are areas of this country that have 90% of cases Omicron. This is a rapidly increasing variant.
This week, the Centers for Disease Control announced new guidance for asymptomatic Americans who test positive, cutting the quarantine period in half to 5 days. A decision based on data that shows people are most contagious 1 to 2 days before symptoms start and 2 to 3 days after.
Those 5 days account for somewhere between 85 to 90% of all transmission that occurs.
After the isolation is up, the CDC recommends wearing a mask around others for another 5 days, as the U.S. is now averaging 240,000 new COVID-19 cases a day.
We are seeing and expecting even more cases of this Omicron variant. Many of those cases are mildly symptomatic, if not asymptomatic.
And as cases continue to climb, health experts are now forecasting 863,000 lives lost to COVID-19 by January 22nd. Live in Washington, D.C., Ben Kennedy, Local 10 News.
So sad to see how this pandemic has impacted many people. Thank you, Ben.